everyone. We have Mr. Mukesh here.
Myself, Mukesh, I am the CISO at KreditBee. KreditBee is one of the leading fintech in India. So we roughly do around 1 million loans every month and roughly $1 billion disbursement we do every quarter. So that's the scale at which we are operating today.
Fantastic. So since you are in fintech, obviously you will be in cloud. So what role does cloud play in your org or this digital startups and enterprises?
Sure. So, I mean, we as an organization, we are a 10-year-old organization and we are a cloud-born organization, right? We don't have a lot of legacy to carry around. So that's the one advantage. And for any startup today, I think it's easier to start, right? With the help of cloud, right? You don't have to build an infrastructure before you bringing up your application and your products and all those things, right? So it's easier when you have cloud. Just in a couple of clicks, you would be able to build the product and launch it as soon as possible. And it's easier to scale and scale up, scale down based on the customer flow and the traffic flow and all those things. So that's the flexibility what cloud offers. And that's why the startup ecosystems love cloud, and that's how they start, right? And that's how we also started. So if we are in a 10-year-old organization now, and I think now is the time where we are looking at different options to kind of have the cost advantage and the scale challenges and all those things, right? So there we look at multi-cloud or doing hybrid with on-prem data centers and all those things. So that is, I think it's a gradual route which any organization take as they grow and as they scale. So we are also at a similar phase.
Yeah. So since you mentioned this, obviously there will be an involvement of AI, definitely. So how you are balancing AI, the adaptation and everything? Could you please explain?
Right. So I think generative AI is something which has picked up massively in our industry throughout the globe, actually, right? Everybody is talking about it and using it. We are also heavily relying on generative AI on some of the use cases specifically around the development, right? Application development and application testing is something which is getting very easily, within a click. So using generative AI, you can get that done, right? So that's something what we are taking advantage as well. And then some of the use cases around underwriting or the risk assessment of our customers in fintech industries, where we are using AI for some of the use cases, right? And also on our customer support call centers for voice bots and other things, where we are also kind of taking advantage of AI use cases. So these are some of the use cases. I think any fintech industry or the banking industry is kind of trying to adopt such use cases, and we are also doing the same. Yeah.
Very nice. So when we talk about fintech AI cloud, it involves data. When we involve data, then there is something coming called digital trust. Like, how do we protect data? So can you please explain about that?
Right. So
how important is to protect the data in current era?
It is important already, and it is going to be very important with the upcoming DPDP law, which is going to be in effect in very near time soon, right? So with the DPDP coming in, it becomes even more important as a data fiduciary that you are protecting and processing data in certain regulation and kind of making sure that the data is secured enough. And the fines are massive, right? I mean, there are the DPDP law itself talks about 250 crores fines, which is massive. Having said that, I think it's more of the reputation of the organization which is at risk. And for banks or larger NBFCs or fintechs, it's the reputation which is at risk. And for the startups, it could be their survival itself, right? If you have to pay a 250 crore fine, I think you are becoming bankrupt and you are losing the game, right? So it's becoming very important these days to how you protect the data. And that's where the zero trust also comes in along with digital trust. So make sure that you have enough authentication and authorization of any data access which is happening inside your systems, your organizations and all those things, right? And bringing in enough tools and technologies around your data to kind of make sure that it is secured and your credentials are protected and there's no data leakages or possible theft of data which could happen and which could impact your customers' privacy and other things, right? So these are some of the steps as an organization you have to take to kind of make sure that the data is protected.
Very apt. And so since you are a tech leader, what advice you give for young professionals entering to tech and fintech?
To answer the first part, tech, I think you need to be AI ready. You need to upskill your game massively these days because it's not even as there's massive job losses which are happening across the industry. And if you are good enough at what you are doing, that's the only one you can survive in this difficult times, actually, right? So for freshers, I think these are very difficult times. So they need to be very massively upskilled before they pass out and before they step into the industry, right? So that is for the tech. But on the fintech side, I think you need to be proactive on some of the regulations. Kind of make sure that whatever your touch points are, be it data, be it the infrastructure and all those things are secured enough and kind of taken care of because it's a sensitive industry and it's a highly regulated industry as well. Right, it's not like any other e-commerce or anything else, right? So when the regulation comes in, it becomes even more tedious and important that every action is monitored and you go by the playbook.
Perfect. Yeah. And what technology will redefine in next 5 years?
I think again everybody's talking about generative AI. There also, I think agentic AI is something which everybody is expecting, like going to replace humans at a large scale, right? I mean, think of
since you said this, I'd like to redefine the question: are we as Indians adapting to it or not?
Indians are massively adapting to it. Definitely, yes. I think what we are looking at as a human in the loop. Right, so we are looking at agentic AI as an assistant rather than a replacement of the human.
Wonderful.
And that's why people need to understand that it's not going to take away the jobs, but you cannot be complacent also.
Because a lot of graduates and students are scared about AI because
Right.
it is getting replaced. Am I getting replaced or not?
Right, so that's why I said that you need to up your skills, right? I mean, probably in the .com era or boom when it happened, even if you can spell computer, probably you were getting a job. Right?
Yeah. True.
That is not the case now, right? I mean, you need to be massively upskilled before you can put in your step into the industry, right? And that's what the industry is expecting out of you. So that's why it becomes a little challenging for the young kids who are not prepared enough, right? I think the kids these days in the school grads itself, they understand AI, they understand prompt engineering, and they understand what is agentic AI, and they are playing around with it, right? So I expect that industry that generation Gen Z, what we call it as, and what you call next, Gen Alpha or
Gen
something.
Alpha, yes.
Yeah, so those kids to be massively upskilled when they step into the
Gen
industry.
Alpha is from 2020, 5, so they're just 1 or 2 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You may not be Gen Alpha then, but I think
Gen Z
is the one.
We are Gen Z people.
Okay, my bad. So, yeah, so I mean, for them, I think it's even more important that they are upskilled before they get into the industry, right? So they can't be complacent anymore. That's the only takeaway for them, actually.
Understood. Wonderfully said. And 2 words about this event.
It has been very well organized. At the scale at which this has been done, it's very good. I got to meet a lot of my peers in the industry and learn from them and understand what are the challenges they are going through and all those things. So overall, I think the event has been very well managed and very well done, actually. So good job to the team.
Thank you.